What does opening your third eye do for you? Opening your third eye. What is the third eye? Is it real? Is it a real thing? It is a real thing. It's scientifically documented. Um, it's the pineal gland. If you believe in evolution, then um, we could talk about it like the reptilian um, model. Um, as we're related to reptiles, as almost all organisms are related to reptiles. Um, the reptile came first in a reptilian creature. The third eye is actually noticeable. You can see it. Um, if you were to, cut open the head of the reptile or whatever. Okay, so what does the third eye actually do? Um, why is there so much emphasis on the third eye in Hinduism? Um, anytime you see it practicing Hindu, you see that they will paint the third eye on their um, forehead. In the Bhagavad Gita, which is the primary text that governs the actions and the rituals of Hinduism, the one meditation that Krishna teaches is he teaches two different things. He teaches karma yoga, which is doing things in basically in his name, doing things for him, and then not worrying about um, the fruits of your actions. He says, you have the right to the fruit of your action. You don't have the right to the you don't have the right to the fruit of your action. You have the right to your action. You don't have the right to the fruit of your action. So the whole idea with karma yoga is you get into the mode of I'm doing this for Krishna. Now I'm doing this for Krishna. And that gets you out of the mindset of I'm doing this in order to get something out of it, and it gets you more into the pure sort of minded thing of like service to others. Um, so the one the so Krishna teaches karma yoga, which is just what I described. He teaches this meditation of just focusing on the third eye, um, sitting in meditation, focusing on the third eye. That was Krishna's meditation that he teaches to Arjuna, to whoever's reading the Bhagavad Gita. So the Hindus still have always painted the little dot on their forehead because it represents the third eye. They always did that. They still do to this day. Um, it's just a way of acknowledging that part of yourself. Um, but focusing on your third eye as a way to open your third eye is what it does for you is it allows you to see, and what I've experienced is it just allows you to wipe away all of the false ideas or images that you have about yourself. And the purpose of that would be to see things the way they are. Um, if you think about almost like a reptile, the cold-blooded, they don't have warm blood. They're very simple creatures. They don't have a system in their bodies whereby they can regulate the temperature of their bodies. So they're cold-blooded, which means they have to be they primarily live um, in the desert or someplace where there's a lot of warmth. Um, um, they're simpler creatures, and every human has that part of their brain that's still hooked up to that reptilian um, base. As you begin to open your third eye, what you're doing basically is you're making amends with the reptilian brain, which is really the id, as described by Freud. The id is the part of you that just wants to go be hedonistic and is very into pleasure, is very into acquisition, and it's also the part of you that has tendencies towards psychopathy. So it's very dangerous. So opening the third eye allows you to make amends with that and gentle yourself, for one thing, by making amends with the id. But what it also does is it allows you to see yourself and self-reflect. The third eye is the mind's eye, so it allows you to see and have an image of yourself that's correct, that's more accurate than what you had before. And this allows you to make more objective decisions, make more objective decisions about your own survival. It gets rid of a lot of the paranoia. It gets rid of a lot of the ideas about there's somebody else, right? We're always saying they. There's somebody else in charge instead of me. All of these things, and it really allows you to just take control. In my opinion, the military, especially the military, the police, people that are in combat positions and in survival positions should always be working on their third eye. It's incredibly beneficial to people, especially in that field, making quick decisions about survival, making quick decisions about who the enemy is, making quick decisions about what needs to be done. All of this can benefit from the third eye. In the same vein, people often say that the third eye helps you make money. For the same reasons. It's very hooked into your survival. It's very hooked into the id, which is the base pleasure center, which is where most of people act from when they make purchases. A lot of people make purchases that are not very logical. They're coming from impulses. So the working on the third eye helps you tune into that part of yourself, which allows you to relate to others on that level, the id, and also make amends with it, because it's not like it's bad. It's a part of you. It's your survival instinct. It's your impulse, pleasure center. It's not that it's bad. It's that you have to come to terms with it in a way that makes sense, instead of just letting it run amok. So that's what opening the third eye does. It really helps you make amends with yourself, have an image of yourself that's more accurate. It allows you to see into the future. It allows for intuition. It allows for healing. It allows for all kinds of different things that are kind of primarily related to your own. If you had to put it into several different categories, it would be like your ability to see things clearly, your ability to survive, your ability to be in control sort of yourself and situations. So that's what the third eye does for you. Please donate to my PayPal if you are getting benefits from these videos. I will put a link in the description. Yep. I hope you have a great day. Open your third eye. Particularly if you want to try something, just anytime you notice it's 3:33 p.m. or 3:33 a.m., just sort of take your finger and acknowledge your third eye this way, and almost think about like opening your third eye's eyelid. Just try that. See what happens. Go read the Bhagavad Gita for more information on Hinduism and the role of the third eye in Hinduism. But there's also a lot of yoga texts and other things that we'll explain. Have a good day. Namaste.